So there's all this talk about AI at the moment that I thought I would ask AI what we should do this video about. And it told me to do a video on full breakfast, all under 5 minutes. And I thought that's a fantastic idea. So we're gonna make overnight oats. Now, technically not in 5 minutes, but realistically it's 5 minutes all up. Give me some leeway on that one. Then we're gonna do a real classic sausage and egg sandwich, a really delicious omelette, and lastly, we're gonna make some huevos rancheros, or my version of it at least anyway. Let's get stuck in. All right, overnight oats. Now, Mitchell was gonna keep me true to my word here on this 5-minute challenge. Oh, that honey's a bit leaky. Anyway, some kind of vessel. It doesn't have to be fancy like this. It can just be a plastic container. 1 cup of oats. You can use any cup you want. It doesn't have to be a proper measuring cup. You just need equal parts of oats to liquid. Then I like to do pumpkin seeds. They're really good for you. I don't know why, they just are. And some sesame seeds. Chia seeds also work really well in here. Drizzle of honey, say ½ a tablespoon. Milk. Now I'd like cow's milk, but you can put oat milk, soya milk. You can just use water if you want to, be perfectly honest. In that goes, lid on, shut it tight, shake it up so that honey's nicely distributed, and in the fridge. Magic of YouTube. Here's one I prepared earlier. Always wanted to say that. So now we can garnish this. You can eat this like this is, but berries are really in season at the moment, so let's get some in there. Toasted coconut. Blackberries, which I'm going to cut in half just to make my life a bit harder. And some raspberries. Done. How long was that, Mitch?
It was like 3.5 minutes. Nailed it.
All right, let's get stuck into the next one. All right, the sausage and egg sandwich. This can be done in 5 minutes. However, we've got to think about it. First thing, get a pan on the heat. High heat, little bit of oil in there. Sausage. Now that sausage like that is not going to cook in 5 minutes. Well, it might just, but that doesn't give us much time. So we're going to butterfly it. Little butterflied sausage action. Also gives us more coverage for our sandwich. Into the pan. Just going to pat that down so it cooks nice and quick. Right, next, we're going to toast our bun. People always ask why I use this instead of that. It's not because I prefer gas over induction, because old mate struggles to get camera shots otherwise. Now we're going to use a bit of olive oil in our bun instead of butter, because it's faster. In the pan, really nicely toasted. That wasn't olive oil. Whoops. While that's toasting, we'll scramble our eggs. Not very organized. Eggs scrambled. Now, of course, if you wanted to save pans, you could do it all in the same pan, but you're probably not going to get that done in under 5 minutes. It's good to go. Where did all the plates go? Get our plate ready. Sausage is cooking. Oh yeah. Now this is a potato bowl bun. English muffins obviously also a great choice. All right, buns are done. Put that to the side. Turn that down, a little bit of oil, hot pan, eggs in. Now I like scrambled eggs in my sandwiches rather than fried eggs, because I think you get a more consistent eggy flavour rather than having one runny yolk. I also don't like it when my yolks kind of end up down my shirt. Eggs on. Oh, cheese straight on so that the cheese melts from the heat of the eggs. How's my sausage doing? Oh yeah, it's pretty close. How much time have I got?
You got about 80 seconds, is that right?
80 seconds, who says 80 seconds? Let's not rush it, we've got 80 seconds guys. Oh yeah, she's good. Sausage on, barbecue sauce. You can use brown sauce, tomato sauce. Definitely not going to have time to make anything, so. Done. Sausage and egg sandwich. All right, onion omelette in 5 minutes, and feta. Almost forgot the feta. First thing first, we need to get these onions sauteing. Pan on, medium heat. Slice your onion. Careful, don't rush. Whose idea was this? This is it will legit only take 5 minutes, but don't rush. There's no need to rush. Okay.
You actually cut that fast in real life?
I can, but I've been cutting for a long time. In a dry pan. No, don't put it in a dry pan. In a pan with some olive oil. Get a bit of salt in there as well. Helps the onions break down quicker. All right, those are on. Clean as you go. Get the toast cut. Really stitched myself up with this uncut loaf of bread, didn't I? And in the toaster. No, I don't have a toaster. I don't know why, I just don't. Sorry. Onions are working. Once they've got a bit of colour, we will add the spinach and sweat that down. In the meantime, let's get our egg mix ready. 3-egg omelette. Always crack on a flat surface. Uncle Roger taught me that.
For you, good work.
Fork. I don't think it's traditional, but I do a dash of milk in my omelettes, but you can leave it out.
2 minutes 50 on the clock.
Whoa, what, 2 minutes 50 left or been?
2 minutes 50 left.
Oh.
Yeah, keep the time.
Mate, laughing. All right, got some colour on those. Baby spinach. We're just sweating this down. We don't need to really cook it. And got some feta cheese here. Can't beat a bit of feta.
Who'd have thought? 5 minutes is plenty of time.
All right, that's good. Doesn't look like it's cooked, but it is. Get that out and in a plate. Back on the pan, butter in. A little bit of olive oil. That pan's a bit hot, turn the pan down, butter's burning, and she goes. Now, a traditional omelette has no colour, but takes a bit of time.
You've got 1 minute 30.
Oh, I need to turn my toast too. So we're gonna scramble this until it starts thickening up, like so. Then we'll pat it out. We're gonna get our cheese on there pretty quickly. So that. Heat back on. Garnish on one side.
Don't burn the toast.
Toast. Oh, nailed it. Well, it's not the prettiest omelette I've made, I won't lie. But it should look alright on the other side. Oh,
13 seconds
13
remaining.
seconds,
chef.
wait. An omelette under 5 minutes. Everyone can do that, right? All right, the last dish. But before we start, Mitch is a peanut. He stuffed up that last shot on camera A. That's why everything was on camera B, and it should have been on camera A. But anyway, huevos rancheros. Let's go. Pan, high heat, oil. Decent amount. We're gonna fry these tortillas. Let the oil heat up a bit. And until then, we haven't got much to do. So I'll awkwardly talk while I impatiently wait for this to heat up. Once these are fried, we're gonna fry some eggs and then we plate it. It's super simple. One of the cheats that we do is that we're not making our own salsa. There's no chance in wherever that I can make my own salsa in 5 minutes. So we've brought a really good quality salsa to go on top. Now also, I don't know if this is traditionally the way they do it. This is kind of one way that I saw it was done and it looked kind of good and easy and fast. So in the oil, probably should have been a bit hotter. We'll toast both sides before we cook some eggs. Then all we're gonna do is top it. We've got some cheese. We can't really get Mexican cheese where I live, so we've just got some Danish feta, some coriander, and some pickled onions. Hot tip with pickled onions or anything that is in a jar like that. If you're trying to get it out, use chopsticks, they work really well. You also don't wanna put your fingers in there because this is gonna last for a while. You don't want any bacteria. So just waiting for these things to toast. Hopefully they do in time. Chopsticks also work really well for flipping hot food. I'm pretty sure they don't have to be like super toasted traditionally anyway. I could be wrong. We'll get our plate ready. Hey Siri, how much time have we got left?
The timer has 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
That's not very long. Okay. These are toasting pretty quick though. That's good. That's the beauty of this dish. After this, all we really need to do is fry some eggs and plate it up. So a bit of paper towel because I don't want greasy corn tortillas. These are white corn tortillas and they are pretty much done. Onto the paper to drain, in with the eggs. Temperature down, I can hear that that's too hot. And we're gonna season, a little bit of flaky salt, especially on the whites. Fresh cracked black pepper. All right, let's finish plating. Tortillas down. Now normally we'd put our eggs down and then we'll finish everything else, but we're under the time crunch, so bit of salsa down. Hey Siri, how much timer?
The timer has 1 minute and 46 seconds.
Mate, I got all the time in the world till my eggs stick and I can't get them out. This really is easy breakfast that won't take much time. The only thing I'm worried about is my whites being cooked in time. This will be a bit of a rush at the last minute, but that's all right. We can get our onions out in anticipation. They're ready to go. Our cheese is ready. Our coriander's ready. That egg's ready. That one's not. Egg down. More salsa. Keep that yolk looking lovely. Last egg's got a little bit longer to go. You know, help her along a little bit. Lovely. Finish garnishing this guy. Pickled onions, nice sharpness, awesome pop of colour. our cheese, that'll melt nicely over that. And coriander, I love coriander, so I go pretty heavy on this. Hey Siri, how much time? Siri's dead to me. There we go, there it is. My version of huevos rancheros. All right, so AI asked me for 4 dishes under 5 minutes and I delivered. Well, the reality is I think this is achievable in under 5 minutes. I think the other 3 for your average home cook, you probably don't want to rush that much, but realistically, they're 5 to 10 minutes. They're not crazy meals, they're crazy long meals. And if you just kind of use a few of those cheats that we ran through along the way, you can have something way more tasty than just a bowl of cereal with some fruit. But this is my favorite. Honestly, we eat overnight oats all the time. We kind of time poor in the mornings like most people. And it's so quick, you know? You chuck some fruit on in the morning and you're good to go. But they're all delicious. Try them all out. Let me know in the comments what one's your favorite. Chuck this video a like if you took anything from it, and subscribe if you're not. We'll see you all soon for another recipe. Peace.